Yo, what's going on guys? Obi here, back with another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an advanced testing on weapon recoil, and I'm going to be testing all the attachments and the gloves as well for every single weapon. Apparently tactical gloves lessen recoil, and mainly horizontal recoil, so not recoil up and down, but the recoil that's side to side, that is lessened by tactical gloves. So we're going to be testing the difference between road sign gloves, tactical gloves, and also no gloves. We're going to be trying all the attachments, but mainly focusing on the laser sight, which apparently lessens weapon sway. So when you're running around and moving left and right, your gun isn't like moving left and right, it's kind of more stabilized. So we're going to be seeing if that's true as well, and also testing the recoil with the hollow sight. Before we get into it, stop whatever you're doing, because it's time to thank Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Explore millions of champion combinations and master countless tactics as you take on raid bosses, dungeon runs, campaign battles, and PvP arena matches. With hundreds of artifacts to equip and over 500 champions blessed with unique skills, you can build your team, develop your champions, and raid your way. Make sure to use my links below to download Raid yourself on your mobile phone or PC. The best part about the game is joining a clan and fighting the clan boss for the top weekly rewards. And this month, Raid's got a non-stop schedule of summer events and activities. We're talking special fusion events to get a brand new legendary champion, tournaments against other players, and much more. They've also released 5 amazing new champions, and each of them look incredible. I can't wait to try them out for myself. Look at this guy with the cool colors, and he's massive. And Battle Sage has these epic support skills. Also, Raid summer plans are just starting to heat up, and there are some giant updates coming very soon. If you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan my QR code, and you'll get an epic hero Shinoru, 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard, so you could summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in the game. All this treasure will be waiting for you here, and these rewards will only be available for the next 30 days. It's that easy. Just click the link in the description and I'll see you in the game. Thank you again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get right back to it. So what I'm first going to do is take both the gloves, and then I'm going to take all the submachine guns, all the ones that take pistol bullets. Also, shout out to SpongeBob and Steve for setting me up with these weapons and letting me use their base to make this video. Our base used to be in G7 and it decayed. If you see my last video, that's the base I'm talking about. It's the same server. But I remember getting a lot of comments to make a video where I'm testing the spray while I'm crouched or using attachments in the gloves like I'm going to do in this video. So yeah, to get started, I'm going to use the custom SMG. But before I control each recoil, I'm just going to show the recoil pattern of the gun while crouched, because in my last video I did it standing up, but I didn't show any of the recoil patterns while I was crouched. So first I'm going to show that, and then I'm going to try to control each recoil using the different gloves. Okay, so it goes left and it goes right and then left, but not really that much. If you shot the custom SMG, then you would know it's pretty easy to control this gun. It shoots pretty straight if you kind of just try to control it a little bit, because it goes straight up. It doesn't really go left and right at all. So I'm going to shoot it again and try to control the recoil with the road sign gloves, and then I'm going to try again using the tactical gloves. Okay, so mainly in the middle. It kind of went that way and up a little bit, but towards the end, the recoil seemed pretty spot on. Alright, now I'm going to try it with the tactical gloves. Even though it doesn't really look like it, it did kind of feel more stable when I was using this gun. Like the recoil seemed more predictable. It didn't seem like it was flying like all over the place. It seemed like it was kind of just, it was slightly like going that way a little bit, and that's all it did. It didn't go like all over the place. And that's it for the custom. Next I'm going to do the Tommy. This is the Tommy while crouched. Pretty similar to the custom SMG, just a slower fire rate, so there's less bullets, but the recoil pattern is very similar. Oh, one more thing I forgot to do with the custom. So you see how the gun is shaking a little bit when I'm moving? Like it's kind of rocking left and right. You put the flashlight on. Still does it a good amount. What about like when you're like this? So you see how it's swinging left and right? Swinging left to right a little bit. Let's see if I take it off. It might be swinging a little more. We gotta try it on the other weapons and see if it's different. But for the custom, it doesn't look like a huge difference with the swing of the weapon. Alright, so now I'm gonna try to control the Tommy with the road sign gloves. Pretty decent, pretty decent. See, the tactical gloves make a big difference. Dude, that was a lot easier, bro. I don't know why these gloves are a lot better, but they just are. And if you're wondering where to get these gloves, you get them at Outpost. Where do you get them? Right here. Output Outfitters. One tactical glove is only 40 scrap. So they're pretty cheap too. And they really help a lot with PvP in my opinion. Alright, moving on to the MP5. This is going to be the MP5 with no resistance. It has no recoil, no vertical recoil towards the end of like the last 10 to 15 shots, which is pretty wild. It goes straight up and then left. The recoil pattern is really weird on the MP5. I'm going to try it with the tactical gloves with no resistance and see if it's the same thing. Yeah, same exact thing. Alright. So now I'm going to try to control the recoil with the road sign gloves. I'm actually also interested to see if the recoil pattern will change at all if I use the hollow sight. So let me try that real quick. Nope, same thing. I'm going to try to control the recoil now. The only problem with the recoil on the MP5 is the horizontal recoil. So if these gloves fix that, then it's going to make the gun really good. Let's see if this makes it any better. It still flew to the right, but it didn't go left at all. I don't know if that's because I controlled it. Alright, so the sideways weapon sway with the MP5 is like this, and then when you zoom in, it wiggles a little bit. Now if you put still wiggles a little bit with the laser. It's not supposed to be a huge change of weapon sway, but it is supposed to help the weapon sway of the gun a little bit. I don't really see a huge difference though. Alright, really quick, I'm going to use the M9 just to control the recoil because it shoots really straight. This thing has like no recoil at all. It's actually really fun to use. Semi, the M39, the AK, the LR, and the M2. Now the semi goes straight up. It's just a straight up vertical recoil. So the semi is pretty easy to control. If you just give it a little bit of resistance. So the gloves, okay, the gloves for some reason made that a lot easier. Let me go back to the road sign and see if I can shoot that good. No, the gloves kind of felt better. And a hollow sight makes the semi 10 times better as well. And moving on from the semi, we go M39. The M39 is just a better semi. It has less recoil. Same vertical pattern too. Road sign gloves. Super straight. Switch to the tactical gloves. Alright, so now we get into the good gun, the AK, with the road sign gloves. While crouched, because of my other video, I was standing up. That is so wild. It is the weirdest pattern. From there, and it flies right and goes left. Let's see if the tactical gloves help it at all. Nope. It is just a wild pattern. Alright, so now we're gonna try control the recoil with the road sign gloves first. It is so tough. I'm crouched, by the way, while doing this. It is so hard, man. Alright, now I'm gonna try the tactical gloves. See if it makes it any easier. I think it keeps it a little more in range. For the spray, it had me going way farther with the rotating gloves. It's a little more in range, but it's still crazy recoil. Now I'm gonna try it with the laser sight, see if it makes it any better. Not really, but shooting the AK in burst makes it so much easier. Last thing, I'm gonna try using the hollow sight on it. Hollow sight makes it a lot easier because the first like 5 bullets you wanna look down this way when you're shooting it because it flies that way, like you saw before. So you just want to drag down to the left while you're shooting the first 5 bullets. And if you keep shooting in bursts like that, right on people's like body and head, that's like a lot of damage. And the AK is the most powerful weapon in the game besides the M2. So if you can just get your first 5 bullets to go really straight, focus on hitting those first 5 shots, your AK spray should improve a lot more. I'm going to quickly do the LR because it's really straight. The problem I have with the LR is that it always takes 1 extra shot to kill somebody compared to the AK. So I'm going to show what it looks like without any resistance. See, I don't want to shoot all the bullets because I'm running out, but the first 4 bullets are fairly straight up, and then it slightly goes to the right. So if you just like drag down like this, and then like this, maybe like straight down, and then this, in that pattern, all your bullets should go pretty straight. Alright, that should be it for the LR. Now it's time for the M2. I got a laser sight on it and a hollow sight, but I'm going to take that off for now because I'm going to show what the M2 recoil is like without me giving it any resistance. And then I'm going to try to control its recoil with the tactical gloves and no sight, and then the tactical gloves with a hollow sight. And I kind of want to shoot at least half the clip. So here we go. This is the M2 while I'm crouched with no resistance. It just goes straight up. Pretty clean. Now let me try to control it with the gloves on. And let me put the laser sight on. This thing has absolutely no recoil. I'm gonna break the wall in a second. I'm gonna try a 4x on it too. So I'm gonna shoot like 40 bullets and then I'm gonna shoot the last 40 with 4 times. A little harder to use with a hollow sight, not gonna lie. Oh, it's about to break. Put it 4 times on. I hear shooting. Oh, I see a guy. He's hiding. Why can't I kill him through that? Come on. Should be able to. I'm just harassing these kids. Oh my god, he's hanging from the door. Oh, I have no more bullets. At least I killed him with my last bullet. The M2 puts in work. Holy. After the testing, it seems that the tactical gloves are a decent help when it comes to the recoil, but nothing is super significant. I will say though, having +5 radiation and +7 cold over -8 cold is a pretty big difference, especially when some of these servers have the monuments in the snow biome. And if the tactical gloves say they do help recoil, then whether if we see a difference or not, they are technically better. So if you don't use them, I highly recommend using them. Also, if you're having trouble aiming, I recommend using hollow sights because they make every gun easier to use just a little bit. And lastly, if you want to learn any of the patterns, then just rewatch the video and look at how the pattern was on the wall and try to replicate it when you're shooting the gun. But remember that mostly every gun is better when you shoot it in bursts. So just focus on the first 5 or 6 bullets. So that's all the tips I have in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.